Angela. Oh, I haven't got my water. Back in a min. Hi Angela. Hi Serena. Hi Michelle. Hope you can all hear me. Hi Joanna. Hi Marilyn. Hi Carol. Hi. Oh, sorry, I'm out of breath. I had to run to the bathroom. I forgot the water. Hi Sylviane. Hi Tony. Hi Jane. Hi Pat. Hope you can all hear me okay. You can see my pyjamas just for a change. I'm such a professional. Hopefully you can't see my pyjamas now. That's a bit better. Let's move these out the way a minute. Hi Henrietta. Hi Tracy. Hi David. Hi Roz. Hi Babs. Hi Shirley. Hi Elizabeth. I'll just give a few minutes for a few people to join. Hi Biggie Sue. Oh, thank you Sue. Loud and clear, thank you. I do shout a bit loud actually. I should talk a bit quieter. Hi Stephanie. Hi Lillian. Hi Lynn. Oh, you're very welcome Lynn, thank you. I'm just grateful you joined me. Hi Sue. I'm not too bad today. I spent a little bit of time in the garden, Sue, which cheers me up. It's every time I listen to the news I get down. So no, it cheers me up going out in the garden a little bit. Although I have to say, I shouldn't be in the garden. I should be working. Hi Angie. Hi Mandy. Hi Leslie. Hi Elin. Do you know, I think I need my eyes testing. Nope, can't see them. Oh, what can't you see? Oh, I'm glad you're loving the lives. Thanks, Nicola. No, they're not my PJs, Jane. They're hubby's PJs. My PJs have gone in the wash. And I have to admit, I've only got one pair of PJs, so they're in the wash. Sorry, wasn't trying to shout. I was trying to see what you were saying, Elin, that you couldn't see something. Hope everybody's okay. How are you all feeling today? You feeling okay? Hi, Tony. Hi, Isabel. Hi, Louise. Is everybody okay? We all keeping well? Hi, Sue. Yes, it was nice, Sue. It was lovely just to get out for a little bit, just to lift the spirits. Oh, it has been gorgeous weather, Sue. Absolutely gorgeous. I just wish we didn't have all this doom and gloom news. I know that they've obviously got to report on everything, but I just wish they'd perhaps end on a, I don't know, I know it's difficult to end on a positive, but it really sort of pulls me down. So it's very depressing. So you have to keep trying every day to fight it and try and lift your spirits. Hi Diane, lovely to see you here, Diane. Hi Marianne. No, Marianne. Yeah, Marianne. Possibly means your PJ. I might just scrounge them, Jane, and make them my PJs. Hi Loretta. Yes, I'm feeling anxious as well, Stephanie, so I know how that feels. Hi Helen. Hi Beverly, how are you? So yes, they are anxious times, but I'm trying to make the most. I'm trying to find at least one positive every day. So today was the weather. The weather's lovely, so I had my one bit of exercise, which was walking the dogs. I literally just walked them round the block because they're only 2 pugs, so they don't need a big walk. So that was my walk today. Got to stop watching the news. I've got to stop watching the news as well, Loretta. You want to keep up to date, but you want to try and stay positive, and it really gets to you. Anyway, I thought I'd show you the cards. I finished them. Hi Carmen. Hi Maria. Welcome. Hi Sue. I finished it's difficult, isn't it, Stephanie? I finished the cards from yesterday. Yeah, I think we're all a bit anxious, Leslie. And especially when you're hearing that it's the younger generation as well, because none of us are exempt, and it's just important to stay safe, isn't it, and look after your loved ones and try and lift our spirits a little bit. So it does lift your mood being in the garden, Michelle. I think it does as well. Do you know, Serena, I don't listen to much music. Maybe I should do that. Hi, Raina. Hope you're staying well. Hello, Liz. Cannot stop. Just sat down to eat omelette. Well, you enjoy your omelette, Liz, and hopefully see you later. My positive is the clocks go forward. Oh, yes, I forgot about that, Joyce, that they go forward. I forgot. Hi, Terry. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Val. Yeah, they go forward, don't they? I'd forgotten about that. So I finished the cards from yesterday, and it's lovely to see that some of you are joining in as well. So that's that I enjoy seeing that. The fact that you're all having a go at it. It's like a bit of homework. Hi, hang on, let me pronounce that. Sapphire, just joined. I love all and create products. I'm so pleased you love the products. They have all of my favourite designs. Love your demos. Oh, thank you. That's really kind of you. Thank you. Hi, Karen. Two Karens. Hi, Karen and Karen. Yes, I loved being in the garden, Jane. I know. Can they go forward to 12 weeks? It'd be lovely. Yes, lighter at night's going to cheer us all up. So I finished these two cards from yesterday just to prove that I do finish them off. Hi, Melanie. And I don't just leave them. Hi, Jenny. So those were how I finished them. I actually, in the end, I added some stitching round my circle, and that's quite tactile. So I added some stitching, but I left it pretty clean and simple, not too over the top. And I finished that gel press one that we did as well. And I literally just highlighted the sentiment and added my paint waste and left it at that. I didn't go over the top with them. So I just thought I'd show you that. Now, today's live is about simple backgrounds whilst sewing dolly dresses for granddaughter. Oh, Gina, that's lovely. I used to love it when I got dolly dresses. Oh, that makes me feel so old. Dolly dresses. I used to love, do you remember, teeny tiny tears? I used to have a teeny tiny tears, and she used to wear a nappy and everything. Oh, that brings back so many memories. Dolly clothes. And I used to have knitted dresses for me teeny tiny tears. Now I feel about 300. Hi, Sue, you found me again. Sue, if you want that owl canvas, you can have that owl canvas. Just message me afterwards with your address, Sue Saxton. You commented on my owl canvas. If you want it, just message me and I'll send it in the post. I don't know when it'll be, but I'll send it in the post to you. So today's live is about simple backgrounds, and we're going to be using this stamp set, and this stamp set is going to be one of the sets in my one-day special on Monday. Leonie's doing the one-day special for me, and this will be one of the stamp sets. So I love the pink card. Yes, I've saved all of them, Loretta. And if you don't like watching it on Facebook, you can watch it on YouTube, because I've put it on YouTube. Yes, the knit dresses. I just loved my teeny tiny. And in fact, I think I've still got my teeny tiny tears in the loft. So this is the stamp set we're using. It's called Daisy Elegance #266. And I adore this stamp set. Let me get the stamps for you. Where have I dumped them? So the stamp set comes in two halves. You've got the big daisy here. Can you see the size of my hand? You've got the daisy here. Oh, I'm glad you're looking forward to it, Liz. So it's got a nice big daisy stamp, lovely text. Every day is a new adventure. And at the moment, every day is a new adventure. And that's why I'm using this stamp set today. But I'm not using this one, I'm using the other half. Let me show you the other half. The other half is this. Is the two bottles with the daisies, and this daisy here matches this daisy, so you probably won't be able to see it much, but you will when I ink it up. But it's in two halves, and they're very substantial stamps. That's the size of my hand, and they're very substantial, so they're a lovely stamp set. So this is the one I'm using today, mainly because I wanted to showcase this a little bit, with it being the one-day special on Monday. So just to give you some inspiration. I'm going to do a bit of housekeeping first, because you know what I'm like. So the housekeeping today is, first of all, is the giveaway. I've still got yesterday's giveaway to do, but I want to leave that going for a few days so that people can join in. The giveaway for today If you want to share the Facebook Live, that would be lovely if you want to share it. It's not a necessity. You're in with the draw. Anybody that participates chatting on the Facebook Live, you're all part of it. But if you'd like to share, that would be much appreciated. The giveaway today is a couple of Bapasha's stamps. Hang on, is it Bapasha's stamps? Yes, a couple of Bapasha's stamps. So those are new stamps. So there's a couple of stamps there. We've got 3 stamps today in the giveaway. So it's 3 stamps as part of the giveaway. I've also got a snip art piece, which is like you can put flowers in there. It's like a dimensional piece. You can see on this picture here. So this is part of the giveaway. Hi Donna, hi Mia, hi Carol, welcome. Hi Donna and Elaine and Wendy, welcome. Doesn't matter that you're late, Sue. So we've got 3 stamp sets. We've got a snip art piece. We've got some textural hessian. It doesn't matter that you're late, Chris. I'm just going through the giveaway. So we've got some hessian. We've got some little tags. And we've got a frame from Tim. So this is your giveaway from today's live. If you'd like to share, that'd be lovely. All the giveaways are drawn randomly. So it's a random giveaway. It doesn't matter that you're late, Wendy. So this is the giveaway today. So 3 stamp sets, a piece of snip art, a frame, some hessian and some tags. That's your giveaway for today. And if you'd like to share the live, that'd be much appreciated. I will put a link to my group, just in case you want to join my group, or the All and Create one. But this is my group, and we share everything, all our artwork using my designs, etc. Or if you're inspired by some techniques. Now, there's something else I want to do. I don't know whether any of you out there maybe can't afford some stamps at the moment, or you can't afford to purchase anything at the moment. I want to give something back. It's nothing massive. I've got some, now please note these are used stamps. I obviously have a lot of stamps, and this is with permission from Abs as well. I have a lot of stamps that are used. Let me just show you the pile here. And let me show you the difference. Some are used a lot, some are used a bit. And I want to give 3 people the chance to get some of these stamps. So I'll split them in 3, so you'll get about 6 or 7 stamps at each. If anybody knows of anybody, or if you're interested and you haven't got many stamps and want to get into All and Create, put your name in the comments and say, yes, I would like to be considered for some of the used stamps. Some of the used stamps, some are used more than others, like that one's used quite a lot. So obviously I'm letting you know these are used stamps. So I just want to give something back. I know it's not much, but some of them are used more than others, but they are used stamps, so the packaging isn't perfect. But if you know anybody that hasn't got much funds, hasn't got many stamps, needs cheering up, if you just leave your name, don't be embarrassed, just leave your name and say, I'd love some used stamps, and I'll draw 3 people randomly, just so that I can send these out to 3 different people, because there's enough here for 3 different people to have 6 each, I think. Something like that anyway. So, I'm sorry, so what's the deal on your used stamps? Belinda, these are just used stamps. They're not necessarily mine, they're from different designers. And the reason I'm giving these away is because I'm a design team member, I tend to be using the new release a lot, and I don't get a chance to use these. So why not give somebody the opportunity who hasn't got many funds or is just getting into All and Create? So why not give something back? I know they use stamps, so it's not offering much, but I'd just like to give something back. So if you want to receive any of the used stamps, please put on the Facebook Live, yes please Tracy, I'd love to receive some used stamps, and I'll send these to 3 people. Thanks very much. So I'll just move them out the way. I'm dropping my stamps all over the floor now. So we'll get on to doing some craft. My pleasure, Belinda. So I just want to give something back. So what we're going to do now is we're going to create some simple backgrounds. So let's get our container. So what I've got here is a container of cool water. It's sort of air temperature, it's not freezing cold. Hi Shelley, welcome. So it's not freezing cold, but it's sort of air temperature, so it's sort of like that. So I've got cold water in there, cold-ish water, air temperature. So I've added that to the container. And what we're going to do is we're going to use some alcohol inks. Now, the idea of this Facebook Live is, because I've noticed, you know, it's a difficult time at the moment. I'm lucky because I can still afford to buy some stamps. Not all of us can, some of us can, and if you can, it's lovely that I've seen you supporting our local stockists. So thank you very much for supporting the stockists. I really appreciate that. And I know the stockists do as well, because this is a really difficult time. So what I thought is, how can we create some backgrounds maybe with products that we've got and in a simple way? Something that's not too complicated. Hi Gail. Hi Tom. So this is a simple technique. Oh, you're very welcome, Sue. I wanted to create a group to share, so that everybody could share their ideas with my stamps, or maybe some of the techniques that I've used, but in a friendly way, so that, you know, sort of we don't feel overwhelmed and we can all just be ourselves in the group. And we've obviously got the lovely All in Create Fanatics group as well, where all the designers, all the customers share everything, so it's fabulous. So what I'm doing here is, the idea of this Facebook Live is simple techniques that anybody can do, and I mean anybody, so children, anybody. The only thing you need to remember is that we're using alcohol inks. So there's a couple of things you need to remember. When using alcohol inks, I've got the window open. I don't know whether you can hear the birds singing, but I've got the window open. So please work with the window open so that you've got some ventilation. The other thing is, I've spotted a couple of posts lately. Because you see something on Google, or you see somebody doing something in a video, sometimes you need to do a bit of research. There's one thing you should never ever be doing with alcohol inks. Never ever use a straw to blow your alcohol inks. Don't move alcohol inks blowing into a straw, because as you blow, you inhale the alcohol fumes. Please don't do it. I know there are a lot of videos on YouTube, etc., everywhere, where they're blowing in a straw. Please don't do that. It's not good for you. Either use compressed air or one of these air tools, or the new air tool that Tim's got. That's not because I'm advocating sales. That's because I'm just talking about safety. So we need to think about safety. So when you're using your alcohol inks, just have some ventilation. So open the window. So just for those that are just joining me, I've literally got a bowl of cool water, that's it. And the only other thing I've got is some white card. You can use watercolour card. I know, Chris, I saw somebody post and they put a post up, and because they saw it on Google, they thought it was okay. But it's not okay. So sometimes we have to do our research. You also have to remember is that just because we are doing videos doesn't mean that we know it all. What it means is that we're giving you the best of our experience, the best of our knowledge. That doesn't mean we know everything, and that doesn't mean that we are perfect or that we get everything right. What I try to do is give the best information I can. I try and learn as much as I can before I use a product, and try and give as much correct information as I can. And if I'm wrong, I always say that I'm wrong. So it's just, but we can be naughty as well. Actually, Shelley, my daughter was absolutely mortified with me after yesterday's Facebook Live when I said she got to wipe her bottom on my pink toilet roll. She said I was very embarrassing. So now I feel like I've made it. The fact that I've embarrassed my daughter means that I've made it in civilization. I've finally embarrassed her. So I feel quite proud of myself. So, oh, I've just received my hand blower. Wonderful. Well, use that, Linda, if you're using your alcohol inks. Now, my poor daughter Belinda, honestly, she is mortified. But I just think it's fantastic that I've finally embarrassed her. It's taken me until I'm 53 to embarrass her. There you go. So all I'm using is I'm using Pink Frog smooth card. You can use Pink Frog watercolour card, any card. And the advantage of doing this technique is that it means that I get a different look to alcohol inks, and I don't have to use Yupo if I don't want. I can use normal white card and it doesn't look like alcohol inks. That's what I like about this technique. So we've got cold water. I've got 3 colours. You can use 20 colours if you want. You don't have to use just 3 colours, but I'm being reserved. So I'm just using 3 colours. It obviously isn't called a hand blower. You know, that's just me and my colloquialisms. Tim's got a professional term for it. It's a black thing. They've been around for years that you just blow. Do you like the sound effects? Oh, hi, Elaine. Welcome. Oh, bless. Thanks, Elaine. So I've got these alcohol inks, and the colours are raspberry, limeade and aquamarine. Don't ask me why I picked those colours. I just reached for them. Now, you could use 100 colours at once if you want and have a multicoloured background. And please, when I draw the winner of this giveaway, it'll be to somebody that shares some artwork, maybe using this technique or something that I've done in this Facebook Live, and tags me. To tag me in a post, you use the @ sign on your keyboard and type Tracy Evans. So you just use the @ sign and Tracy Evans to tag me. If you tag me in your piece of artwork, now it doesn't have to be anything big, it can be a tag this big, anything at all, then I will put you into the draw and a randomly drawn winner will be drawn for the giveaway. I wouldn't say more than 45, and I'm not oh, I'm taking that, Sue. I'm taking that. I'm taking that compliment, definitely. So we've got 3 colour alcohol inks. So remember, 3 colour alcohol inks, cool water, so don't use hot water, and white card or watercolour card is fine. Hi Robert, are you alright? So I'm now going to add these alcohol inks. I think I'm going to just use 2 colours. So I'm going to use raspberry and limeade. We'll experiment. What you need to remember is, whatever colour you use first, hi Michelle, whichever colour you used first in the mix is the predominant colour. Does that make sense? Whatever colour I use first is the predominant colour. So on this one, I'm going to use raspberry alcohol ink. So I'm going to drop the raspberry alcohol ink into the water. Look at that colour. So that now will be the predominant colour. I'm still doing stamp storage. Oh, bless you, Serena. Hi, Michelle. Hope you're well. So I've put raspberry in there. So that is going to be... I'm still finishing the poo canvas. It won't look like poo when it's finished, Leslie. And what did you do on a Tracy Evans Live? We did a poo canvas. Lovely. So now, that is going to be the predominant colour. I'm now going to add the limeade. So I'm just adding that. So this will be the less predominant colour. So now what you do is take your card. If you've got tweezers, great. I can't be bothered. Dip your card into the mix. And voila. Look at that for a card. Yeah, use your alcohol pens. Absolutely. It's called improvisation, Sue. Now look at that for a background. Now, you've got to admit, anybody can do that, can't you? And guess what? If you turn it over, it's double-sided. If you turn the card over, you've got a double background and it's more pastel. So that's your pastel. That's one. So let me get some I've got some kitchen roll. I've got luxury kitchen roll. Luke, hang on. A piece of kitchen roll. So place your backgrounds onto a piece of kitchen roll and allow them to dry naturally. Now, you've still got this pink in here, so you can add more pink if you want, like so. We're going to do a few backgrounds, and then you can add the green again. So I might add 3 blobs this time and push the boat out. And you can do it as many times as you want. Swipe it in and pull it out. And there's your background. How cool. See, even you can manage that, Liz. I've told you. Piece of cake. I told you these were simple backgrounds. You can do it on any paper, Carol. This is just smooth white card. No Yupo needed. So, yeah, you could do it on your nails. So place it on some kitchen roll. If you haven't got kitchen roll, just leave it on one side, because kitchen roll is a luxury at the moment. So just place it on one side and let it dry naturally. Now what we can do, let's add more green without adding more pink. So don't add more pink, just add the green and see what happens. Dip your card in. Look at this. You only get touches of the pink and more green. So I'm just going to put a piece of kitchen roll. Hang on, I've got kitchen roll everywhere. Where can I put that? Let's put that there. So that gives you just green. What you don't? No, it doesn't need to be warm water, Mario. It needs to be cold water. So air temperature, not freezing cold. Just because it works better. But now, let's put a different colour in. Let's put a different colour in there. No toilet paper tonight, exactly, Dawn. No toilet paper. I've got luxury. I've got kitchen roll. I have luxury. So now I'm going to use aquamarine. It works on photo card. Yes, it will. It works on any card at all. But it just means that it's a different technique with your alcohol inks and you don't have to use Yupo. And it's dead easy. Can you do a double dip? Well, let's have a look, Sarah. Sorry. So let's just do this one first. Let's do blue. So blue will be the dominant colour, because that's, and then let's add the green over the top. So let's see what we get now. Okay, so let's dip it now and see what we get. So dip that in there, lift it out. Look at that. I'm loving it. You even get blotches as well with that. Look, the more you put the more colours you put in. Can you see this blotchy effect here? And what happens on the other side? Yeah, you get 2. You get 2 for the price of 1. Now, Sarah said, what happens if you do a double dip? Let's do a double dip. Let's see if we add some pink, if anything happens. So let's add some pink over the top. And let's see if we get a double dip or if anything happens. It doesn't really stick because the card is already wet and you've already got the alcohol inks on there, which makes sense. It just floats off, Sarah. So no, a double dip doesn't really work. So it's best just to dip once. I'm now going to try blue and pink. And then we'll start stamping. I'm making a right mess here. It's a lovely backside. Exactly, it is a lovely backside. It's a fab backside, isn't it, Liz? So what we'll do this time is we'll do prominent pink. Prominent pink. Obviously, I presume it's going to get muddy after a while. So prominent pink with touches of blue. And let's see what we get. Touches of blue. So prominent pink, touches of blue. So don't forget, whatever you go with first is prominent. Oh, I'm liking that. Look at that. I'm loving that. Oh yes, I like that. I've got kitchen roll everywhere. I'm loving that. Look at that. What happens if you dry the card after a first dip, then second dip it? Right, hang on then. So, let's dry this. And luckily, because the alcohol inks have absorbed into the card, it's fine to dry. Don't forget, you have to be careful with alcohol inks. So, let's just give it a dry. Let's just see if we can... Oh, and if you dab it with your card, if you dab it with your kitchen roll, it lifts the colour. So if you dab it with your kitchen roll, it lifts the colour. Does this work if you dip and not top up with ink? Hang on. Let's dry it first and try a double dip. Hang on a minute. So let me just dry it and then do a double dip. So I won't add any more colour. And let's see if anything happens now I've dried it. I don't want to ruin this one now, but it doesn't matter. But I've dried this now. Let's give it a good dry. Look at the back. The back is totally different. It's more pastel. I'm trying not to sling the water everywhere. I told you, anybody can manage it, can't they, Tracy? Anybody. Just tag me in your makes. So obviously, if you let the card dry naturally, it's much better. Don't heat it with your heat tool. But when it's dried, let's see if we can do a double dip. I love how everybody's joining in with me as well, Sue. There you go. There you go, Gina. You know what to do with them now. So what we've done is we did the colours first and got that background and we dried it. And now we haven't added anything to here. We've just kept whatever's in there. So let's just dip a little bit of the card in and see if anything happens. Oh God, it does, it does, it does. Oh, it does. It gives more intensity of colour. You get more mottles. You get more mottles. Look, look. You get more mottles. Oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. I need to put this down now. So we'll do one more background because I want a blue and a green. So for half a day tomorrow, you could spend the day just creating the backgrounds and then the next day stamp. So now, oh, does your live stream keep freezing? Sorry, Angie. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go with green, mainly green, and let's add touches of blue. Just one more background. Sorry, I can't resist. Like so. Let's see what we get. Just one more background. Sorry, I can't resist. See, I love the green and the blue as well. So if I dry, so you know what I can do now, don't you? So what I can do is I can dry that. That's your morning sorted, you see. I love entertaining. So let's just dry this now. Just give me 30 seconds. Just let's dry this. Then I can add a touch more blue if I want. Will you be showing us what to do with the backgrounds? I'm going to do that now. I'm doing that now, Jane, with my stamp. It doesn't take much to get me excited, Sue. Seriously, honestly, I'm such a saddo at times. I'm the biggest weirdo going. Oh, I just love this. And what I like as well is you can remove the colour if you want with your kitchen roll. Look, you can remove the colour. Oh, I'm into this. That's another day of backgrounds for me. But let's see if we can add some more blue. My water's getting a bit murky now. Let's just get rid of this. I could do this on a workshop, couldn't I? We could have half a day doing backgrounds and then creating something with them. So just let's dry this a bit more. Sorry, because it is wet. Water with alcohol ink. Oh, sorry, you're replying to Gwen. Sorry, Gwen. I got so excited, Gwen, I didn't look at the comments. That's how bad I am. So now I've dried it, let's see if I can just add a bit more blue. Let's see if we can add a bit more blue. This water looks like nothing on earth now. Let's see if I can just add a touch more blue. Oh, I'm loving it. Oh, that's it, I've gone. You can add afterwards and you can dab it away. Oh, yes. I'll lift this up, hang on. So don't forget, these are experiments. These are experiments. So these are our experiments, and we're now going to, what we're going to do, we're going to create a card with it. Now just speak to yourself a few moments while I move this water out the way. Just bear with me a second. Chat to each other. Talk to each other while I move this out the way. Right, I'm back. Are you still there? Or have you all run off? Bye, Belinda. I missed that, but bye. Do you know what I did before I actually went live? I got my trousers stuck in my, what do you call it? I got my trousers stuck in the wheel of my chair. And just as I went live, I couldn't get my trousers out the wheel of the chair. That's how good I am. So let me show you. Oh, look at this background. Look at this background now, it's drying. Look at that one. Oh, I just love it. Look at this one. Have a wonderful day at work, Belinda, as best you can. Look at that background. I'm loving that. I know, I'm such a dope. I got my trousers stuck in the wheel of the chair and I couldn't move. So, but don't you love that background? And all we've used is water and alcoholics. Oh, I just love it. Just love it. So, fab. Right, so what we'll do now, we've got one that we created earlier. So here's one I created earlier. And I've still got all this card to use. So there's your job for tomorrow and a few days' time to keep you going. You need to do your alcoholic backgrounds. And now we're going to create a card. So this is one of my backgrounds. And that's the back of the card. So if you didn't like the really bright one, you could use that one because that's the back of the card. I'm just using Pink Frog Smooth White card. You can use watercolour card, glossy card, any scraps. Just use anything you can grab hold of. Test it. See if it works on fabric. Just test it. I know, Beverly, honestly, I am such a drip. I was getting a bit panicky because I'd gone live and my trousers were stuck in the wheel of my chair. Honestly, I'm so dozy. So that's my background. Look at this one. Look at this one as well. Look at that background. I have to say, I'm loving this. Look at that background. Look at this bit here. When we double dipped. Hey, we did a double dip. Double dips. Yeah, the pink and blue I'm loving as well. Pink and blue. That was triple dipped. Oh, you've just reminded me. Look, this is with nail varnish. But nail varnish is a bit more unpredictable. That's the problem. That's with nail varnish. It doesn't work as efficiently. I got one good print and then the rest of the prints were naff. So not as good as the alcoholics, trust me. Yeah, peacocks, exactly. So we're going to use this one. I nearly lost my stamp then. And we're going to use my stamp that's going to appear in the one day special because I need to give you some inspiration. Now, I'm often asked, I catch my long skirts and dressing gowns in the chair. I'm glad it's not just me, Chris, because honestly, I'm such a drip. But I just couldn't move. I had to shout Ian because the more I moved, the more the wheel turned into my trousers. So I couldn't move. You see, these are the things you don't see when we go live. You don't realise what a clumsy oaf we are. So what I'm going to do is I only want this part of the stamp. So I'm going to mask off the rest of the stamp. So I'm masking off with low tack tape. Alcohol inks don't work as well in shaving foam. They tend to sink down. That's why I use Distress Oxide re-inkers when I'm using the shaving foam. If you want me to do the shaving foam technique tomorrow or Friday, leave me a comment in the message. Leave me a comment in the comments and I'll do the shaving foam technique, and we can do that maybe tomorrow or Friday. If you don't, that's not a problem either. So I'm just masking off my flower so that I'm only getting one vase, one flower. So I'm masking that off. So if you want the shaving foam technique and you want me to do that maybe Friday, say yes please, can we have shaving foam technique? Just say yes please, shaving foam technique, and then I know. Because if there isn't enough demand, there's no point in me doing it, is there? Right. So we've got this background and I've masked off my stamp. Can you see that? Let's lift it up a bit. Let's move these alcohol inks out the way. So I've masked off this area of my stamp just so that this is visible that I'm using here. I love using shaving foam. It's so yummy. You'll have to put yes please shaving foam or else I'll think you're saying yes please to something else, because I've asked that many questions today. As per normal, I'm such a dilly-dally drip. I asked too many questions. So I'm going to ink this area up now. So this is what you can do with your backgrounds, and if you tag me in any of your makes, then you'll be in with the draw. So we're going to ink this stamp like so. Can you see I'm giving it a really good ink? You can see how much ink I'm adding because you can see it on the low tack tape. So I'm now going to remove the low tack tape from the stamp. Oh no, we don't have to use all, you know, sometimes we can use what we've got in our stash. And the reason for this Facebook Live was to give you the simplest of techniques for those of you that are a little bored, skint, and can't do everything that I'm lucky enough to do because I'm a spendthrift. So I'm trying to think of everybody. So now I've got my stamp nicely inked. I'm now going to turn my card on its side. I'm now going to stand up. And what I'm going to do is decide where I want this. And I think I want it, let's just think, there, like so. So I'm now going to press. And as you always know that I always say, allow that ink to sit, because there's still going to be some moisture in this card. So when you've done your backgrounds, make sure your backgrounds are totally dry before you do the stamping. So I'm lifting my acrylic block because I'm using the All and Create acrylic block. Just lifting that. Do you know, I know I'm saying this all the time, but I couldn't live without these acrylic blocks now. They're just so fab. Just lift it up so you get that central area, like so. One more time, make sure you get the central area, and then lift that up. And look how fab that background looks with that stamp. And I know I'm biased. Have you just tried it, Sue? Told you? Are you excited now, Sue? Go on, you've got to do a little dance, a little squeal like I did, Sue. You have to squeal like I do, because I'm just like a child. I just get all excited. But look at that. Does that not look fab? And all we've done is used one little bit of the stamp. I just think stamps are fantastic. I just love stamps. Oh, bless you, Susan. Thank you so much. Oh no, Susan, I know how you feel because my dad has got COPD and he can't see anybody for 12 weeks and he's very lonely. So I'm with you in spirit and sending you hugs. But look, all I've used is one bit of that stamp. I'm sorry, but I just think that is lovely. I know it's my stamp and I'm biased, but if I didn't love them, there'd be no point, would there really? I'm sorry, I've got to show you this background again because it's drying. Hang on. Look at the background. It's drying even more. And you can see more of the green. Did you do more than squeal, Sue? Yay! Do you know what my idea with these Facebook Lives is? Is that when we come through all this, the other end, in 12 weeks or 6 months or whatever, you'll all be as mad and Fruit Loops like I am. You'll all be as nutty and off your chuffy as I am. That's my plan. So I've now got that, and this is the one I did earlier. Look how different the backgrounds look each time you do them? Oh, Jane, stay safe. I know lockdown's very difficult, Jane, but we can all keep each other going. But look at that. Look at that. 2 different backgrounds, and all we've used is alcohol inks and a stamp. I just love it. Are you already there anyway, Jane? Oh, good. I'm glad I'm not the only Fruit Loop. But by the time we get to the end of these, however long it is, you'll all be as mad as me. Hi, Fran. Sorry, Fran, I missed you. How are you? So, yes, look at them. 2 totally different backgrounds. But I just love them. I absolutely love them. Are you all ready? Oh, see, now you're making me feel at home. You're making me feel good that I'm not the only Fruit Loop. Oh, bless you, Sue, that you're in lockdown. Well, we'll just have to all keep each other going. Not in a bad situation to be after this. No, that's a good point, Elaine. So there's my 2 stamped images. And there's 2, I like both of these for different reasons. I love this one because of the open green area. And I love this one because of that splodge of green there. That's how weird I am. But there you go. So what I've done is I've cut the flower out individually and I've stamped the vase so that we can cut the vase out and then we can give it a bit more dimension. So you've got to go back to your singing again. So if you can do a bit of singing between you, just while I cut this out. So we're just cutting this out, like so. How long have we had? Do you know, my phone nearly died yesterday. It had only got 2% left, and I just about saved the video in time. So I've just got to keep an eye on the time. So it's because I waffle for England. So I'm just cutting this out, like so. So now we've got the vase. And look, you've still got all this background left you could use. So, la la la. Roll out the barrel. Oh, I'm tone deaf. Just thought I'd let you know. I'm tone deaf. Can you stamp and emboss before dipping? Absolutely, Linda. And this is why we're here. So what you could also do is get your embossing folders or your stencils, emboss the card and then dip. And there you go, another background. Or you could even dip and then emboss. Doesn't make any difference. If you embossed first, the dipping, all the colour would go in the cracks and the creases. Talky, happy talk. Yeah, sorry. I can't believe I put these on YouTube. They're honestly going to send me to the Loopy Farm. So I'm now going to add this. I'm going to do this one, but I'll leave that one there so you can see it. And I'm going to put this over there like that. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some wire. This is just a soft wire. So I'm going to add some soft wire. What if you use crackle paste? You might struggle with crackle paste because the moisture will affect the crackle and will make it peel off the paper. But it would work on a canvas, wouldn't it? If you've got a small canvas. Use a big container and then you can use a canvas. Exactly. If you yeah, as long as the ink is a permanent ink. So you'd be fine. So there's our bottle with some wire on, like so. Like that. That's with some wire on. And what we're going to do is make sure I've got me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some stenciling. And of course I haven't. Where's the ink pads gone? There we go, Tracy. Oh, I didn't get any cut and dry foam. Bear with me a second. Cut and dry. Pink. Oh, bless you. Thank you, Terry. That makes me so happy. Doesn't take, honestly, it doesn't take much. I'm such a simple person. So now I'm using this stencil, which is also on the one day special somewhere. And I'm going to add some stenciling in the background before I put my bottle on the top. So I'm using picked raspberry or pickled, whatever you want to call it, and twisted citron. So I'm going to start with the twisted citron. And do you remember what I told you yesterday? Remember to make sure that you add your prime, your ink blending tools or your cut and dry foam. And add lots of ink to your cut and dry foam so that you can then get a smooth blend. If you don't add enough ink, you won't get a smooth blend. So now I'm going to add a touch of stenciling here, over the text, and here. And because I've added plenty of ink, it's going to give me a beautiful blend of colour, because I'm adding plenty of ink. You should really take down your stencils. You need to load your tool. Oh, Liz. But you do need to load your tool. You need to load your tool. I do apologise, when you watch this on YouTube, you will not have a clue what this loopy redhead is talking about. So now I'm just going to add touches of the pink where the green is. Just touches. Let me lift. That's perfect. That's all I want. Can you see that stenciling in the background? Like so. Exactly, load the phone. That's definitely more polite, Sue, unlike Liz, who's leading us all astray. So if you can see here, you can see that I've got the stenciling in the background. And now what I'm going to use is I'm going to use my A7 stamp, which is, I can't read, Going Postal. So this is Going Postal, stamp set 302. And I'm going to add a touch of stamping here. And I only want like the hexagons. So I'm going to use the picked raspberry. And I'm going to add that to the background. Just to add a nice touch to the background. And I don't need much. I just need a touch. Just so that I've got some depth in my background. That's plenty. So we've now got this added to here. Can you see that stamping cheek? Tracy, you must do a retreat for us all when we are released in the world. Are you sure they'd let me loose, Sue? To actually see real people and communicate with real people. So I've now got the stenciling here, and I've now got the stamping. And if you think about it, I've used these stamps, 2 stamps, and I've only used a tiny bit of them. Going loco down in Acapulco. Yeah. Karen, you're making me worse than ever. So I've now got these bits of stamping, and all I've used is a tiny bit of stamp. That's what makes me so happy about stamps, the fact that I've only used a tiny bit. And what I'm going to use is I'm using my Ultra Thick Gel Medium by Dina, just to adhere this pot. It does make a difference, doesn't it, Tom? I think it does. It's not that I'm just mad and I keep adding these layers. So I'm now going to add this Ultra Thick Gel Medium, like so. Now obviously this will take 24 hours to dry, so that can dry overnight, like so. And then what I'm going to do, as I've got my water brush, I need to ground this pot a little bit. So we need to ground the pot. So this is a grey Inktense pencil. So let's just ground that pot. Just scribble a little bit of ink, like so. Make sure there's no colour on my water brush. And then just blend that out, like so. Just so that it looks like the pot is grounded. These little touches just look like you've thought about your card. You've thought about your finishing touches. So just ground that a little bit. That's perfect. So then what I'm going to do is I've got this little daisy, and all I did was I've stamped that daisy, as you can see, onto the backgrounds that we created. So you're going to create all these backgrounds, and then you don't need much else. So I've created this stamp here, and I've just cut it out. And what I've got here are my polychromo pencils. So I'm just going to, a retreat is a brilliant idea. Do you think so? Is mad good, Tom? All the best people are a little mad. What does that make me then, Tom? Because I'm slightly more than a little mad. I've decided. My daughter is mortified. She locks herself in a room so she can't listen to me. So what I want to do now please note, I am not a colourist. But what I tend to do when I'm using my polychromos is I use a flicking motion with the polychromo. I will lift this up so you can see, and I use a flicking motion so that I don't get lines. So I use a flicking motion with my colours, But I want to add a touch of that lime green as well. So I'm going to add a touch of that lime. You won't see it much on camera, but I will. I will see if I can hold it up so that you can see it. Because I'm thinking about the whole concept. My daughter thinks I'm mad. Oh, bless you, Johanna. Is it Johanna? Oh, bless you. Thank you. So I'm going to add the touches of green. And the reason I'm adding the lime is because it looks like I've thought about the fact that there's lime here, here, and here. I'm bringing some of that lime into the flower. Now, obviously, you're going to spend a lot more time than me doing your flower. But if I just hold that up, in real life, I do think you're mad. Laura Evans, there's my daughter. There's my daughter on the Facebook Live. She thinks I'm mad. There you go, it's official. She's here. Laura Evans has announced that I'm mad. That's how much my daughter loves me. She's actually come onto my Facebook Live to tell me I'm mad. So I've now started. She must be bored to click into my Facebook Live. Thanks for that, Laura. I really appreciate you confirming that I'm officially mad. So I've now added some of that lime to the flower with the pink. Now, when you're at home, add 5 or 6 layers of the colour to make it pop. So add don't all agree with her by putting smiley faces. So now you need to add layers of that colour. So keep adding the pink, keep adding the lime green with your polychromo pencils to make it pop. So that's what you need to do. If I wasn't keeping you so long, I'd add lots more colour. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a bit of this thick gel to my flower, just so it's got some dimension, like so. We've nearly finished, so we won't keep you much longer. We're going to add that, like so. Actually, that's how it is. That's better, like so. Then I'm going to add a few splatters. I don't want to overpower it with splatters either. So just a few, not overpowering. That's plenty of splatters, like so. See, they're even saying hi to you as well, Laura. They're encouraging you. You should not be encouraging her, please. So I'll finish this off after the live. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, come on, Tracy, this to my bottle, like so, like that. And then what we do is add this to the card, the black card. And you know what we're missing, don't you? A sentiment. So let's get the sentiment. Let's just move that out the way. And we need the other half of the stamp. So the other half of the stamp, I've now got no room to stamp anything. I will bring the card. Boring if we can't. We were all the same before we had daughters. We have to have splatters, Chris, exactly. So now I'm going to ink this sentiment, and I've not even touched the surface with this stamp set. All I've done is use little bits of it. This is why I find stamp sets so valuable. But then, as you know, I'm a stamper and I love my stamp sets. So I'm just stamping this, if I can just move everything out the way because there's no room. So I'm just going to stamp every day is a new adventure, because for all of us at the moment, every day is a new adventure. So I'm just stamping this. I can't be bothered to stand up, so I'm just lifting this up with the wonderful All and Create acrylic blocks, like so. Lift it up again, and hopefully we've got a perfect impression. So every day is a new adventure. Then what we need to do is blot. So just put in the comments if you want me to do the shaving foam technique. Just mention it in the comments that yes, Tracy, do the shaving foam technique, and I'll do that another day. So we now cut this out. Let's bring the card in. Let's bring the card in, like so, like that. Let's just wipe this black so you can actually see what the card looks like. Let's move this out the way. Let's cut the sentiment out. Every day is a new adventure. Like so. Like that. Whoops. And then what we didn't see the beginning, but looks like I'm going to be shopping again. Oh, I'm sorry, Liz. So I'm now... We've had a fun Facebook Live, actually, Liz. It's been lovely. Everybody's kept me company. They have taken the mickey out of me slightly, which I'm getting quite used to now, so it's fine. Can we do something with pigment powders as well? I don't think I've got any pigment powders, but I will do in the future. Every day, so we're going to cut this up. Every day is a new adventure. So just cut that up. Like so. We're just colouring the edges with picked raspberry. Like so. And let me show you what we're going to do. So every day... Oh, I can't hold the pieces of card. They just... We never have. Every day is our new adventure. There's our card done. And you know, I've thoroughly enjoyed doing that Facebook Live. I mean, look at these backgrounds. I've got to bring these backgrounds in. I'm sorry, but for a bit of alcohol ink and water, how many more backgrounds have we got? Hang on. Let me get the pink ones. Look at these. Hang on. Look at these backgrounds. That wasn't even... Just love them. Love the backgrounds. And it's something a bit different. You can all try something a bit different. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you'd like to share the Facebook Live, that would be wonderful. If any of you have said that you want the second-hand stamps, I'll have a look at that later. It takes me a while to catch up on everything, so I hope you'll give me a bit of time. And we've still got the live from yesterday, where we've got a prize as well. If you'd like to share the Facebook Live, that would be much appreciated. I really do appreciate it. And I hope you've enjoyed it. And I will be back with shaving foam if there's enough demand for the shaving foam technique. Stay safe, everybody. Let's keep everybody going. Let's keep our spirits going. Let's try and keep each other going, even though I am actually losing the plot and each Facebook Live is going to get gradually worse. My mentality is definitely, yes, well, we won't go there. So thank you very much for your company, and I'll see you all soon, maybe tomorrow or Friday, and then I'll definitely be back on Monday as well, because I'll be doing a demo for the one-day special. So I'll see you all soon. Stay safe. Look after everybody. I used Pink Frog card, Shelley. Pink Frog smooth card, but you can use anything. Try fabric, try scraps, try glossy card, try anything and see what you come up with. And then you can use embossed card, anything. Use anything. But just enjoy yourself, lift your spirits and make some backgrounds. And don't forget to tag me at Tracy Evans. Thanks ever so much, everybody. Bye. Bye.